additional questions. So Dr. Bucshon will go with you, then we'll recess, then we'll return after the votes.
Thank you, Chairman. Questions for Dr. McCants-Katz. Section 303 of the CARE Act, which I co-authored, requires that all office-based providers of addiction treatment have, and I quote, the capacity to provide directly by referral or in such, excuse me, other manner as determined by the Secretary, all drugs approved by the FDA for the treatment of opioid use disorder, and appropriate counseling and appropriate ancillary services. What has been SAMHSA's role in implementing this particular statute in CARA?
Yes, so SAMHSA has implemented the required 24 hours of continuing education for nurse practitioners and physician assistants who wish to obtain a waiver for office-based treatment of opioid use disorder. And we manage these, we keep the certifications, we provide that certification to the practitioners. And we continue to provide ongoing education through our provider clinical support system for medication-assisted treatment.
Okay, that's not specifically what I asked, but so what's the current status of fully implementing Section 303? Because you described expanding providers that are available to it, but you haven't implemented what the providers actually have to do. I mean, because is that true or not true? The capacity to provide direct by referral or such other manner determined by the Secretary for all treatment options, which means, does that make sense?
So the education, the waiver education requires that all forms of approved medication-assisted treatment be taught.
Okay, because I'm just being told that you haven't implemented a lot of the Section 303.
We have implemented all of Section 303.
Okay, then I stand corrected. Within 18 months of enactment, HHS is required to update the practice guidelines for office-based treatment settings so as to conform with Section 303. What's the status of that, of the practice guidelines?
I got to SAMHSA 2 months ago. I will tell you that I have reviewed that document. That document, in my opinion, needs additional work, but it is in the clearance process, and we will get that done.
Great, good to hear that. Thank you very much. Mr. Doherty, what percentage of illicit drugs coming in that are in the United States come across our southern border? You have any idea?
Sir, I could not give you an exact percentage, but we determined that the Sinaloa cartel, who currently has the control of the U.S. market share for heroin and now, alarmingly, fentanyl, they control a predominantly large portion of the southwest border in terms of importation routes and transportation routes.
So at least for them, it's 100%.
Yes, sir.
And so do you think we're doing enough to stop it? That's not a criticism, by the way. I mean, global overall, as a country, do you think we're doing enough to stop it?
Sir, as a DEA agent for 28 years and someone that worked in Arizona and knows the border area, I would say that a comprehensive strategy, one that involves technology, manpower, boots on the ground, as well as intelligence, is crucial to stopping the, for lack of a better term, poly-criminal organizations, ones that traffic in drugs, humans, contraband weapons, along our southwest border. So we would stand with all of our federal, state, and local partners in coming up with new and innovative solutions. However, it has to be a comprehensive approach, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to cause you too much grief, but is the physical barrier part of that?
Sir, again, it would have to be a comprehensive strategy, and any measure that would lend itself to stop drug trafficking and other means of illegal activity from entering the United States, folded into an overall approach, as I said, technology, manpower, and intelligence, I think would be beneficial. Great,
thanks for that. So, you know, I would just, I mean, I don't think we can overstate the importance of, you know, of decreasing the demand for the product, but also it's very important to prevent the supply. And I would encourage all my colleagues across Congress to work with the administration to secure the southern border using, as described, a multi-pronged approach which may or may not include a physical barrier, and to quit actively preventing the administration from trying to secure the southern border. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. I recognize